Okay, so relationships. So let's see. I'm trying to think. Let's see. The past months, I've gotten into some really bad relationships. Just a lot of stuff has gone on. Like, I was dating a guy that, I'm not going to say any names or anything like that, simply because it's just too much to put out there. But, I was dating a guy, and, I went on a date with him. I was like, oh, wow, you know, he might be the one. He's really sweet. He was, Mexican, which I'm not saying anything, you know. Like, I'm just, like, describing the guy. So, I started dating him, and we went on a date to Olive Garden. So, I'm thinking, wow, I'm dressing up, you know, I'm gonna get ready, I'm gonna look so pretty, which I did. I looked so pretty that night. When I dress up, I really go all out. Like, I do my makeup, I do my hair, you know, I brush my hair. You can see it's not brushed right now, ew. Yeah. So, yeah, I dress up, I did everything, right? So, we go to Olive Garden, and he's like, I've never been to Olive Garden. I'm like, what? Are you kidding me? Like, who's never been to Olive Garden? Anyway, so basically what happened was we go to Olive Garden, we order our food. He gets like this, I don't know, it's like some kind of chicken thing. It's like some chicken pasta thing. I get the shrimp Alfredo because, see, me, I like my food bougie. But the shrimp Alfredo is like expensive. It's like $15 or $16. So he pays for it. But one thing I didn't like is that's when I found out he was an alcoholic. Let's just say, okay, so he is not supposed to be drinking. He was 20, supposedly. That's what he told me, 20. So I'm 21. I'm able to drink, but he's not. I don't drink, you know, simply because if I don't have anyone to take me home, I'm not going to drink because I'm very responsible. I don't want to kill myself or kill someone else's child or kill someone's dad or mom on the road. So anyway, he's like, oh, hey, can I get this drink? You know, he's like, well, sure, I'm going to need your ID. He's like, oh, well, you know, I don't have it right now. You know, and then he starts looking at me like I'm going to pull out my ID and use it for us to have a drink. No, that's not how it works. Because we took separate cars, mostly because I'm really safe about that because I met him online. So, you know, because Facebook has that new dating app. So I'm like, well, why not? I'm single, you know. Let's try the Facebook dating app out. Worst mistake ever. So anyway, I'm trying the app out, and I find him on there, and we just start talking, etc. And that's how we got there. So anyway, the guy's like, oh, well, can I see your ID? You know, the waiter is. And the guy I'm with, he's like, oh, no, you know, I don't have it on me, blah, blah, blah. He had it on him, but he didn't want to show it to them because he's too young to drink. So he starts looking at me. I'm like, well, you're not getting my ID. Sorry, it's our first date. And no, you're not using my ID so you can get drunk. No, thank you. So, and then he's like, oh, well, just let me get some of your finest wine. And the man's still like, oh, well, I got to see your ID, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, no, like, we are not getting drunk. Like, you have the wrong person. Like, I don't know who you think I am, but it's just not gonna happen today. I got spaghetti sauce all in my hair right here. Oh my God, what in the world? Okay, so hey, we're talking about Olive Garden though. So, you know what? It's kind of similar. Anyway. So, yeah. So, I'm like, no, we're not getting wine. We're not doing none of that. So, we got our food. He's, like, really nervous. And he just would not talk at all about anything. I was like, you're really nervous. You're not talking a whole lot. Blah, blah, blah. So, anyway, he pays for our food. And we get out of there. And then he's like, well, you know, do you want to go anywhere else? I'm like, well, you know, Dave & Buster's, they have an arcade in Concord. You know, we could go there. We could hang out and stuff. And he was like, oh, well, do you want to go? I'm like, well, it's going to close at 12, I think. So, you know, he's like, well, we'll make it in time. You know, let's just go. So I was like, okay. I parked my car at a hotel because, you know, you can't really be parking your car just anywhere because they like to tow your shit off nowadays. So I was like, nah, I can't afford a tow. So I parked my car at the hotel. So I get in his car and I'm like, I kind of feel unsafe because I'm like, this is his car. What if this man takes me off somewhere and kills me? Okay. So anyway, I'm in his car and he starts playing like the Frankie J song. Like, I think that's who it's by. No, this is by Baby Bash or something like that. I don't know. But, you know, it's that, sugar, sugar, how you get so fly, fly, sugar, how you get so fly. Okay, I don't need to be singing, but you know what I'm talking about. Okay, so he was singing that to me. And we're going down the interstate, and I'm like, oh, wow, this is a nice day. And he's like, oh, can I hold your hand? I'm like, sure, you can hold my hand. So, anyway, we get to the arcade. We play, I already had a card because, see, I went on a date last time. And the guy never did nothing with our tickets. So those tickets were still on there from this other date I went on with this guy. Because that guy wasn't serious about me. The guy, you know, took me there before. And he was not serious about me at all. He was just saying that he wanted a friend. Like, bitch, if you just want a friend, then why are you taking me out on a date? I don't want to be your friend. I just want a relationship. I don't want no friends. If I wanted a friend, I would let you know. But no, I don't want no friend. But anyway, so back to the story of Dave & Buster's. So I got all these tickets on my car. Wasn't nobody trying to spend the tickets. I mean, for real. After all this, I still got them tickets on my card. So, if y'all want to go to Dave & Buster's with me, we can spend them tickets, boo. Okay? Okay? Because your girl got tickets from other dates that done paid for all these games. And they totally forgot about the tickets on my card. So, I mean, for real. I guess I'm going to just buy my nephew something with it at the arcade because these men, they just lame. So, anyway, we at the arcade, we start playing Halo, you know, we start playing, like, this Mario game, Ghostbusters, you know. I really like the Halo game at Dave & Buster's because you get to shoot all these people, and see, that didn't sound right. So, yeah. No, because y'all gonna start saying, oh, well, white people, they always be shooting up schools, you know, they always be doing that, you know, and y'all gonna relate me to that. So, no, don't relate me to that, because I'm not the type to blow up schools and stuff. Nah, I'm just the type to blow up my man and be like, poop, 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 poop. So, yeah, I'm the type to blow up my man, not a school. So, anyway, yeah, oh, you crazy, yes. Okay, so, we play all these games, and then Dave & Buster's was shut down. We couldn't even see how many tickets or buy any more coins because it was shut down. It had closed. So we played all these games basically for nothing. So anyway, we leave, and I take my car back home. We go home. Anyway, we start seeing each other again, and it just ended up bad. Girl and guys, he told me that he was in a gang. He told me he was in a gang. I was like, oh, my heart dropped. It was like, oh my God, what have I got myself into? So I was like, no. Like, this is a guy I had just met off Facebook dating app. Thank you, Facebook, for giving me a gang member that's probably going to kill me and my family. Thank you. You're very nice. Thanks for inventing this app. Okay. But, so anyway, and he's like, no, my family don't even know about it, you know, and all this stuff. And I'm like, okay, but you're not going to have me as your girlfriend. And then they find out I'm your girlfriend. And then they come and shoot me up. No, it's not going to work like that. I'm sorry, but it's just not me. I'm not going to be doing all that. So, he's like, oh, don't worry about it. Why you worrying? Why you worrying? Why you worrying? Why you doing this? Why you doing that? And I'm just like, because like, you know, I'm not meant for that life. I'm just not. I'm straight up. I was not meant for that life. I didn't went through that with my dad. My dad, he used to do drugs and be a drug dealer. He took me to all these houses I didn't know. You know, I could have been sold, I could have been raped, I could have been doing anything, everything, and it's just horrible. It's not a good life to live when you grow up like that, and I don't want to be in that situation. See, my dad, he passed away when I was 12, so therefore, I just went through all this stuff, and I just don't need to go through that anymore. So I was like, man, cut the chase, I'm leaving. So yeah, so he told me about all that. So I'm still thinking, oh well, you know, okay, maybe I'm safe with him, etc. Yeah, okay. So I'm thinking, yeah, I'm safe with him, I'm okay. So anyway, I don't know. But he told me, he said, if you don't hear from me, you know, or whatever, just know something came up and I gotta be out there with my people. And I was like, okay, but, you know, I'm naive. I'm confused because I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, I don't know nothing about no gangs. I don't know nothing about no people doing all that stuff. I'm just like, I don't know how to say it. I'm just really sweet. I'm really outgoing. And I just never go out my house. I really don't. I don't have friends, you know. I'm just not that type. I don't know. So, anyway. Sorry, my nose is itching. Hold on. But, anyway, I'm just not that type. So he's telling me that, and I'm like getting scareder and scareder. My whole body was shaking. Like I was shaking inside because my whole soul, my whole spirit was feeling this vibe. And it was like, Kayla, get out. Kayla, get out. Kayla, what are you doing? What are you doing to yourself? It was like this. My whole spirit, my whole, you know, I was like this the whole time. I was like this. Yes, like, and you notice how my fingers look when I do that? Watch. Look, it looks weird, does it not? It looks so weird when I do that. Watch when I do it fast. Okay, so, my whole body was shaking when I found that out, and I was like, you just got to get away from me. And I just kept trying to push him away, and this guy was determined he was not going to leave me alone. He kept calling my phone after I told him stop coming to see me. He kept coming by my job after I told him don't come by my job. I don't want nothing to do with you. He would call me from different phone numbers after I blocked the one that he called me from originally. He would call me from all these different numbers I wouldn't know. He would leave me voicemails, everything, and I would be like, what in the world is going on? So I still kept talking to him, and I felt bad because I was like, you know, am I doing something to this guy? Like, I don't know what's going on, like, you know. So we just kept dating and stuff. He wanted me to go to his uncle's cookout. Something just didn't feel right about that, because I was like, nah, you know, I don't want to go to your cookout. You know, I don't want to go over there. You know, it's just not, it's not what I want to do, right? And it was just really horrible. I just didn't feel right about it. So I didn't go because that day I was busy. I was out doing something. I had to go to an interview. So I was like, nah, you know, I don't want to do all that, you know. So that night he had came over to my house. Not to mention this, but he drinks and drives. He would have these big ass Coronas, like the 40 ounces in the damn bag, be drinking it. Yeah, Johnny, what's up? Yeah, baby, you know I love you. I know you so much. Yeah, why you leave me? Why you leave me? Why don't you love me? Yeah. So, therefore, I'm sitting there in his car, and I'm just like, I'm thinking, who the fuck am I? Like, what the hell am I doing in my life right now? Like, do I think this is a game? I think I did think it was a game, but it's not. So, he would be drinking and driving with me, etc. And, it was horrible. You know, and he's underage. He's not supposed to be drinking. So somebody else in his family bought the beer for him, the alcohol for him. And I didn't ever do that because I'm not stupid. I don't just do that for people, you know, because that's very dangerous. My uncle died like that, you know, in a car accident, drinking and driving. Someone had bought it for him or gave it to him, etc. But, so that's just what happened, and I'm just not that stupid. Anyway, he came over, he just wouldn't leave me alone, you know, and I don't know if it's just the gang or what it is, but, he told me, you know, oh, you know, I can't be having no kids, etc. So if something comes up, then, you know, you gotta have abortion or something like that. I don't know. It was just crazy. Like, he was like, I can't take care of no kid, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, and you're telling me this, like, all right. You know, I mean, I don't know. It was just crazy. I mean, I'm just saying, when you're saying this to a woman, do you not think about what you're saying? I mean, for real. I just don't get it. I don't understand men at all. So, anyway, I remember he came over. He wanted to take me to one of his people's houses, right? So he takes me to the people's house because he wants me to meet them, right? So I'm sitting in the car. I noticed the whole house, it just makes me like want to cry. Okay, so the whole house is brick. Okay, so the whole windows are black. Everything's black around it. On one window, there was like black bars, right? I'm thinking, what in the fuck? Where in the fuck am I at? What am I doing here? I need to go home. He has nothing but, you know, the rap going on that I can't understand because it's in Espanol. You know, I can't understand the Spanish rap. So, but, I listen to it anyway because I'm just like, it has a good beat. So I'm like, hey, But, when I got there, I was like, what the fuck is this? And the porch light was off. There was 2 people on the front porch, right? So I'm sitting there scared because I don't know what's going to happen. He gets out of the car and he leaves the doors open. Well, I start texting my grandma, and I'm like, Grandma, I'm at this address, so if you know anything happens to me, I want you to know I'm at this address. This is what happened. This is where I'm at. I stayed in the car because I was not stupid. I had my phone in my hand. I had it lit up. I was ready to go. If I had to call 911, I was ready on site because I was not fucking playing that shit. So, there's people out here taking women, like, doing stuff to them. So you really got to be watching your back out here. This is not no game. So he took me to his house. I was scared as fuck. I was like, where the fuck am I at? What is this? Is this a sex trafficking house? Is this like a drug house? Is this just somebody's normal house? Like, what the fuck is going on? And of course, he's not going to let me know. He's not going to tell me because, I mean, that would ruin the whole code, But, it was just horrible. And, I just never, it gave me PTSD from when my dad used to take me to drug houses and stuff. I got really scared inside. Like, I had anxiety. Like, literally, I was like this. I was like, because I was sitting in the car thinking that someone's going to, like, get me. Someone's gonna, like, kill me, kidnap me, do something to me. I was so scared. Anyway, I had just, like, I don't know. I just told my grandma. My grandma said, you need to get out of there. She said, you need to tell him, take you home. You don't feel comfortable, take you home right now. That's what I did. And I said, he was like, oh, I gotta go get my friend $20. I gotta go do this. I'm like, no, first of all, I don't know your friend. I don't want to be around any other man. I don't want to feel unsafe around nobody else. I don't feel unsafe, after going to that house. So anyway, I'm just like, you know what? I can't be doing this. So I told him, I said, take me home right now. And he got kind of mad. He got kind of mad about that. But I told him, I said, take me home right now. Like, I'm not playing with you. This ain't no joke. This ain't no game. So, he took me home. And I was safe from that. But there's no telling what's happening or what's going on in that place. And I just don't want to know because it ain't my business. And I sure as hell ain't gonna be sitting out there. Who's sorry? Hold on. Like, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sick. Like, I'm sure as hell not gonna be sitting out here, just telling people where this place is, everything else, because they could come for me, and I ain't trying to do all that. So, it is what it is. And it's horrible, for me to go through that. He was coming to my job. He wouldn't leave me alone. He would say, why you not calling me back? There was a reason he kept trying to keep tabs on me for some reason. It could have easily been sex trafficking. The people could have been telling him, like, get her, keep a tab on her, get her. And it was just crazy. He would call my phone when he was drunk, tell me he missed me, he loves me, everything. I'd only been seeing him for a week. How you love somebody in a week? He fucking crazy. There's something wrong with him. So, that was the worst relationship, for real. Like, I will just never be with someone like that again. Then I meet this other guy. He's real nice. He works hard, right? So, he works hard, everything, right? So, I'm telling him, I'm like, oh, I want this and this in a relationship. We go on a date. He works like this 12-hour shift, right? So I'm thinking, oh, he's a good guy, all this stuff. So, we go walking, we spend time together, we went out to Longhorn, to eat and stuff. And, yeah, and then we went walking and stuff. Who knows who he was talking to, but he was so caught up on his ex. It just was annoying. Because I don't want to hear about somebody's ex all the time. Like, I ain't got time for that. No. So, he just kept talking about his ex, kept talking about her. I was like, oh my God. Not that I don't talk about my exes, but I'm over my exes. If I want to talk about something like they ain't shit, they didn't do this, they didn't do that, I can say that because I am over it. So, and I just don't know. And then this guy, he was trying to tell me, oh, he also was trying to tell me, he's like, oh, I can't have no kids, that will ruin my future, etc. So if we do anything, you got to take plan B, etc. And you just don't realize how bad that makes a woman feel. Because if you're man enough to sit there and lay down with her, then you simply need to start taking responsibility for your damn self. Because it's not always our job as a woman to sit there and take your shit. Because it's our bodies. We can do whatever the fuck we want to do. And we ain't got to listen to your, bullshit all the time. How it's going to ruin your future. It's going to do this. Bitch, I got a fucking future too. I ain't got time for your crusty, dusty ass either. So, you need to get to fucking stepping. So, I thought he was a nice guy at first. Everything was working out. You know how you get certain vibes about people, right? After everything you go through, after you start seeing them, right? I met him off Facebook dating app too. My thing is, I rate that damn app a fucking star 1. It's a 1 star. 1 star. You know why? Because all these bitches is crazy. Don't date none of them, okay? Just don't date nobody. Stay by your fucking self, okay? Just stay by yourself. Because these bitches ain't fucking worth it. These men are crusty, they dusty, they musty. They ain't worth it. Okay? Just keep that in your head. They crusty, they dusty, they musty. Okay? And they lusty. Okay? If that's a word, if that is a word, they are after lust. They only want your Okay? Okay? Exactly. So, it's just, I don't know. It's just horrible. So, I just felt this vibe about him. And I just couldn't. Like, he had, like, stayed over for a little bit. And I just couldn't. I don't know, something about him. I just could not lay beside him. I could not just sleep. I could not rest beside him. You know why? Because my soul was saying, this is not right. Wake up. This guy, he is bad for you. He's bad for you. This is not the guy. He is not the one for you. You gotta move on. What the hell are you doing to yourself? Wake up. So, I woke up. I felt crazy because this guy started making me feeling all these feelings because he was ignoring me because he worked so much. I can understand that you work, but I also am a working woman as well. I will make time for what is important to me. Priorities come first. If you cannot treat your woman as your priority, if she's not one of your priorities, then let that woman go, because you don't deserve her. You don't deserve what she has in the store for you or for herself. You don't deserve her goals. You don't deserve her dreams. You don't deserve to be a part of anything. So, therefore, it was just crazy. You know, I started feeling this vibe. I didn't like it. I felt like I was crazy. I felt like he was driving me insane. So I had to go walk. I was like, nope, I'm going to go walk, because I had been inside the house all day. I had all these days off from work, because sometimes my schedule is crazy. It differs. So I'll be off for like 3 days, or they'll give me 4 days off. Then the next week I'll work the whole week. So it's like crazy. But I was going walking. I didn't have much gas, but I didn't care. I went anyway. I went for a walk. I said, you know what? I'm done with you, because you're not going to treat me however you want to be. However you want to treat me. Because, you know, I know who I am. I'm smart. I'm beautiful. You know, I'm funny. I'm awesome. I'm amazing. I don't need you in my life to survive. I just need myself. And this video is helping me right now. You have no idea. I was sad a few hours ago, but just getting this out of my system, it makes me feel like a new person, because I feel like I'm helping myself, but I'm also helping someone else get through the same thing. You ever dated so many men, and you're thinking, these men just ain't for me. They are not my type. They are not meant for me. And you're thinking, where's the guy that's meant for me? Where's the person that's going to love me? Where's the person that's going to make me smile? You have to be the person that you want. Because if you are not the person that you want, you will never find the person that you need. Because it's speaking through me right now. I can feel this spirit in my body. It's telling me, you have to wake up for yourself. And stop letting people control you, depress you, put you down. Because you are more than that. And all these women, all these men have to see it for themselves. You also have to let go of your past to move on to a new relationship. You can't be dragging extra baggage into a relationship. It's not going to work like that. And I've also learned that so far. But I've learned that I have to love myself. You know, I have to love myself. I really do. Not that you can't be in a relationship and not fully love yourself. Because there's people that are going to help you along the way. It might be a lesson. It might be a teaching. You know, it might be someone telling you something. But people along the way are going to be put in your path to teach you something, so that you and your soul can keep on going. So you can get back up every time. You can be a lion. You can be a tiger. You can be whatever you want to be. But you need to get up. You need to keep fighting for what you want in life. If you keep sitting here saying that you want this, you want that, it's not going to come to you. You got to fight for it. You got to keep on going. Keep on going. It don't matter. You got to knock these hoes out. Boom, boom, boom. Okay? Knock these people out of your life. You don't need these hoes. You don't need these men. You don't need these women, okay? You just need yourself, okay? I wish I still had my nails. I'm telling y'all right now, I would be like, okay, okay, okay. So, yes. But I just found out he was not the one. And, then I had to text him because I was worried um, about him, and I was worried something was going on with me, and I was worried about it, and I told him about it. You know, I was feeling sick and everything. He was like, oh, well, I told him, I said, why did you block me? He said, oh, well, my ex-girlfriend, she came back to me, and, you know, she had blocked you and everything. I was like, first of all, that is just so, like, you know, even though I left him for the better of myself, you know. Just like I left the other guy, because he was not the one for me. You know, and you gotta really ask these men what they want, because you're gonna end up getting yourself in trouble if you don't out here, because it's not a game. These men will sit here and let you have a baby. They will sit there and let you chase them down for child support, or chase them down because they don't want to take care of no child or something like that. You got to be careful about what you do out here. You got to ask these men, do you see children in your future? If something happened, if you had intercourse with somebody, you got to ask them, are you prepared if anything happens between us? Are you prepared for that life? Are you prepared to take care of a child? If, you know, let's say condoms break, let's say you miss your birth control pill, let's say anything can happen to you. Are you prepared to take care of a child? You have to have these responsibilities inside your mind when you are out here doing these things with these people, you know. And because these people will do you dirty. They are dusty. Like I said, they dusty, they crusty, and they musty, and they lusty. So, therefore, you just got to look out for yourself and stop believing everything they tell you, because they will do you dirty. There are enemies and demons out here trying to get people so bad. Okay, these enemies want y'all to fall. They want you to fall on your ass. They want you to fall on your face. They don't want to see you happy. They don't want to see you succeeding in your life. So you got to keep on going for the sake of yourself. And you really have to know what these men want before you get in a relationship with them. And then I met this other guy. He's really, really sweet. He's been really nice to me. I've been sick. He actually brought me some medicine. He didn't even have to do that. And I've never had anybody care that much about me being sick before. And he brought me some medicine by and some food. And he's really, really sweet. He took me on a date. And the second day, I already met his family, which is a little bit fast. But he said that his family wanted to meet me, so I was like, well, okay, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. I met his family. They were really nice and sweet. And he's really nice and sweet. He goes to church. He plays the guitar. He's just overall a great person, and he works. You know, but like I say, you truly don't know someone until you get to know them for a year or so, because people change. Their faces change. Their attitudes change. Everything just changes about them. So you really have to watch out who you're dating, who you're talking to, and who you be with. Well, who you are with, sorry. Alright. But he also told me some things about his ex-girlfriend, and he told me that he just told me a little bit about that story, and that he's not completely over it. But that's the other thing. You have to know that people are over their baggage before you jump into a relationship also. Because if not, you're going to be hurt. Because I've been hurt before by people also, you know, that just want you to be their rebound. Just because their ex hurt them, they want someone that's gonna be that person to help them out of their depression over their ex-girlfriend, over their ex-boyfriend. They want you to be their rebound. And after they are happy and they are back to who they usually were before they met their ex, they're going to leave you in the dark. They're going to leave you in the dust, in a corner, and they're not going to care about anything you say, anything you want, anything you do. So, therefore, you have to ask what people want before you get in relationships. This is my advice to all of you. So, that's the end of the relationship part. So, I hope you both, well, what am I talking about? I hope you all give this video a thumbs up. And I hope y'all subscribe to my channel. Remember, these hoes are out here. They not out here to love you. Okay? I'm just playing. But I really hope that all of you find love out here. And I hope that all of you get married one day. Or if you don't want to get married, I hope all of you want what you see yourself doing in life. I hope you get all your wants, all your dreams, everything y'all want in life. And stay blessed. Okay? And give this video a like. And subscribe to my channel if you want to. Okay? Bye.